souls, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. Looking at a message from your subconscious today. This reading is inspired by the Pisces new moon on March 18th that we just had. And since Pisces is a water sign that rules the unconscious, the collective unconscious, but also the subconscious, I'm looking to see what subconscious messages we can get for you guys about lessons that you finally learned, that you finally grounded, or things that you are liberating yourself from, things that you're liberating your soul from, or how you're integrated, what you're finally letting go, what you've surrendered, especially as we're moving into the spring equinox. So happy spring to everybody, happy astrological new year. I haven't sat down to do a reading in a while, so I definitely missed you guys so much, and I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. Thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. I hope this year is a great one for all of us as we're growing within this community. Here are the three piles that we have here for you. Pile number one, we have the fluorite crystal, the fluorite tower. This is what that looks like. Pile number two, here we have the flower agate moon, flower agate crescent moon for group number two. Okay, pile number three, we have the carnelian mushroom. Okay, carnelian. Is this carnelian or is it jasper? I think it's either carnelian or jasper. I think it's the jasper, to be honest with you. But if you know what this crystal is, just let me know in the comments. Okay, thank you. Okay. So please do your due diligence to sink your energy into this reading. That way you're using your intuition to pick a pile that's calling to you. And if you don't know which one to pick, that's okay. Just like look for a random number generator and go with the flow, okay? And once you're done picking your pile of piles, I will be seeing you in your reading. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading where you've chosen my beautiful fluorite tower here. Okay, so we're going to set that to the side and we're going to open your cards. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. It's been a while since I've done a reading, so be patient with me here, okay? I'm just getting back into the swing of things. We have the archetypal energy to my left here, and this is the new frequency that you're opening up to, okay? This is what your soul is being liberated from a message from your subconscious of what your soul is liberating from or what you've already integrated. So we're going to be opening this. We have here for you the bridge. Very subconscious vibes, I feel like. And I love it because, yes, we have here the bridge for you. For what frequency you're opening up to, we have integration, okay? Integration. I love this. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life, okay? And you also chose here, again, the fluorite tower. And with fluorite is a great crystal for, again, it's so interesting. It's actually very interesting because fluorite is a great crystal for bridging the gap between the heart and the mind, heart and mind coherence, okay? Heart and mind coherence, like finding harmony within the heart and the mind. And it's very interesting that the bridge comes out for you within your archetypal energy here. And I'm not surprised at all, okay? I feel like my pile number ones, you're finally becoming aware of, I don't know, I feel like your senses are very heightened right now, or you've been tinkering. You're a lot of I feel like there's a lot of past, present, and future energies that are like, that throws you for a loop sometimes, right? But you're finally finding your footing, okay? You're finally finding your footing, your groundedness to be able to hold all of those spaces, hold spaces for yourself, for your past self, for your future self, and for you that's present, witnessing all of these things together, okay? To where the past no longer scares you and the future also no longer makes you anxious because you are very grounded in the now. And it's so interesting because look at the integration, look at the frequency that you're opening up to right now. It's the frequency of integrating the past and the future. It's almost like I feel you're not being afraid anymore. I see you just embodying your multidimensionality. To be honest with you, that's what I'm seeing here. Also, some of you in here, this is a side message here. Some of you in here might be psychics or a medium or a bridge between worlds. Okay, that's just what I keep getting. But you're no longer scared of this ability that you have. If anything, I think that you're going to be integrating into your consciousness and using it in your day-to-day world in a way that it helps you and even further liberates you from like your fears, your doubts, and all things like that. Fears of the past or doubts from the future about how you're going to make it or what path to take and all that stuff. Okay, so a message also from your subconscious is whatever has held you captive, there is a bridge now that you're crossing. Okay, I feel like you were definitely at crossroads, and yeah, you're definitely at crossroads, and there's also this rite of passage that I keep hearing. There's a rite of passage. I feel like your ancestors are trying to step in here. Okay, I feel like your ancestors are definitely here with you. They've been walking with you. All the times that you thought that you were alone, you were definitely not alone. I think they were just waiting for you to just kind of come to a place of grounded knowing of like, okay, this is how things are. Or like, okay, this is how I thought things used to be, but like the reality has changed, and I'm accepting it. I'm surrendering to who I truly am. I'm surrendering to my own gifts, to my own power, to my own inner power is also another thing I'm hearing here. But some of you here are definitely like with this bridge here. Also, something about the nighttime is coming out. I don't know. Something about dreams, also about the nighttime is coming up. I know subconscious also rules the dreams. So you get messages from your subconscious through your dreams sometimes. So I feel like some of you in here are definitely going to be interpreting your dreams, or it's going to be making sense for you. Your dreams is definitely giving you some downloads here, okay? And I think those downloads are going to be integrated in a way where you can take grounded action in your reality, okay? To where you're not just sitting anymore on all the intuitive downloads or all the things that you've been picking up on, okay? All the little messages here and there, little details that you've been picking up on because your subconscious was so aware. And I think, it overwhelmed your senses to begin with too. It overwhelmed your senses in a way is what I'm getting here. But you're finally coming into a place of integration, of being able to, yes, tap into your senses, but also be use them in a very conscious way, or in a way that it works for you, okay? In a way where you're not also overly questioning yourself, like, did I see that right? Did I pick up on that right? I need you to know this now. Every sign that you've been picking up on, if you have an inkling that you are intuitive and that, you do see signs and omens and stuff like that, because I definitely believe that you're a bridge between worlds. I feel like, yes, we all are, if we tap into our psychic senses, we all are. But with you, I don't know why that's just really coming to the forefront here, that you pick up on things, you pick up on subtle messages that not everybody picks up on, is what I'm getting here. You're definitely a bridge between worlds, okay? And I think, yes, sometimes maybe you might feel like you're ungrounded and you're floating away, but you're definitely being able to now, first of all, you're not afraid of that anymore. You're not afraid of like how far you may go is what I'm getting here, or how far you may float, or like, yes, you're not afraid of the sensations that your body might be picking up on. You're not afraid. And you're also starting to listen to your body is another thing that I'm getting here. You're slowing down. You're slowing your mind down to be able to listen to your body, to be able to give yourself the time that you need to process, the things that has happened, the things that is going on with you here is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap into your tarot here. Some of you in here, if you do know that you are psychically gifted, I feel like your intuition is going to be very blown open from here on out. So like, I feel like your intuition is definitely going to be blown open, and it's a very exciting time that I feel like you're stepping into, because you're seeing the whole totality of your soul. It feels like to me, you're understanding that you're not only just human, you're also a soul that's carried a wealth of knowledge from possibly different lifetimes, and you're becoming more okay with that idea, okay? Because not everybody likes that. Most people are just like, okay, I want to focus on what's like who I am in this lifetime. I'm also getting here a message from your subconscious is like unresolved issues from the past. You're now, in a very forgiving place, or in a place where you have a different perception about the way things happened in the past. And you may even be feeling like, wow, okay, I wish I did something differently, or I wish I was like more compassionate, or I wish like I stood up and I stepped up and I took that opportunity, or something like that. But there's very, like, everything is just becoming more integrated, okay, is what I'm getting here for you. I mean, we literally have the card of integration. The inner child, your inner child is also coming in here, my group number ones, and I'm hearing that like the unresolved issues from the past that had to do with maybe trauma with your inner child is definitely getting healed. That's exactly what you're also being liberated from. I feel like you're bridging the gap from all the things that you thought you lacked, or the things that you thought, you wanted. You're finally coming to a place where you're like, yeah, I'm glad that didn't even happen, because I thought I wanted that. But looking back now, honestly, I like exactly where I'm at. And yes, I do not need that. I'm kind of thankful that things actually happened the way that they did. Okay. You're in a place of, yeah, joy is what I'm getting here, because you understand who you are now in the present, and the present you is very rooted, is what I'm getting, is very rooted. Even your higher self, I feel like you're very connected to your higher self right now. And you're seeing also, I don't know, your higher self is also, I don't know, this feels like the inner child, this is like your higher self. And you that's watching this reading now, it's like what I'm getting from your higher self is that, trust yourself a little bit more, is what I'm getting here, is that you're starting to trust yourself a little bit more, because you're also getting, like, your higher self is also showing you how the future is going to play out. And it's like telling you, like, listen, it is all in your hands. It is all in your hands. If you're choosing to let go of some of the weight, subconscious patterns, habits that that are not good for you anymore, and you're letting them go, and you're also like bridging the gap, like, it's only up from here, is what I'm hearing. So we're going to tap into tarot here. Integration. What are you integrating? Let's see what you're integrating with this frequency. Thank you. Yeah, 10 of Wands. You've been carrying a lot. It's been a long journey is what I'm getting. Exactly. It's been definitely a long journey for my pile number ones here. I feel like, the journey that you've been on in the... The journey that you've been on for sure is one that has taught you how to go slow and steady, but also like understand. You're in a place right now where you are taking account. You're taking full account, okay? Full account of the things that you're carrying. And you're like, do I even still need to be carrying this anymore? Do I need to be carrying this pain from the past anymore? Because it feels like it's weighing me down, okay? I'm only taking the lessons that I've learned with me, and I'm looking forward to the future with hope, with like joy, with like excitement, because I'm ready for the future. I see my future and it is bright. Like, I have been going through this journey and it hasn't been easy at all. It hasn't been easy at all, which is why I know I will be rewarded, or which is why I know that my experiences, the wisdom that I have gathered is being integrated, is what I'm getting here. The wisdom that I've gathered is being integrated. I'm not going to make the same mistakes that I did made before, because I'm wiser now, is what I'm getting here. Yep, 5 of Wands. I'm not in a competition with anyone. And also, you're letting go of conflict. You're letting go of conflict. Okay, let me just say, my group number ones, you're definitely feeling lighter. You're definitely feeling lighter, because it does feel like you've crossed the bridge to the other side here. You were at a crossroads. There was a lot of, heaviness. There was a lot of things that you were carrying that almost blinded you and the vision of why you even started to begin with, why you even started to, try something to begin with, why you even decided to go on a journey to begin with. Okay, the journey kind of got murky. It kind of got murky here, where like, yeah, you did not even know how it was going to go anymore. And you also started to doubt yourself. Maybe you also started to doubt yourself. But I feel like what's been integrated now is a lot more trust in yourself. A lot more trust in yourself, because you clearly see that all the experiences that you've been through has given you the wisdom to be able to welcome the future, and to be able to not be afraid of the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, even, because you're like, I got this. I don't care what's coming to me. I'm ready to. Just like this buffalo here is, yeah, just like this bull. I feel like you're going to be very stubborn about your boundaries now, okay? You're going to be very stubborn about your boundaries now, because I feel like you're the type of person that loves routine. As long as you know where you're headed, you're going to take one step after the other, after the other, after the other. And you're going to ensure that your boundaries are in place. You're also eating right. Is that another thing I'm hearing? What's this one? Yup. Oh, I love seeing this in reverse. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, my group number ones. Oh my God, yeah. You were torn about something, okay? Your subconscious is telling me that you were heavily torn within which path to go to, and also who you are, who you think you are, who they've taught you to be, okay? Who they've taught you to be, who they've raised you to be, versus who you're finding out you truly are. Because it kind of feels like also your ancestors here are reminding you, or they've been reminding you of like an old tradition that maybe you didn't know about or something. I don't know. But they're saying that you're a bridge. You are a bridge. You are a bridge, okay? And yeah, there was a lot of questions that I think that it just weighed you down. A lot of questions that weighed you down because you were contemplating, you almost didn't know who you are, and you were lost, is what I'm getting here. You were lost. You didn't know which path, truly was yours. But all of this that you've been through, all of the questions that you've been through, you're getting a lot of answers now. You're getting a lot of clarity now. It's the message from your subconscious is you have gained the clarity to be able to liberate yourself, and also integrate all your experiences that you've had, and you have a wealth of wisdom now. My group number ones, you have a wealth of wisdom now that you can trust upon. You can trust that wisdom. A lot of things that used to be anxious for you, like even when they come back around now, you're gonna be like, yeah, I remember when you used to make me feel some type of way, but no longer. Like, I'm good now. Like, I see you for what you are now. Like, I see that you are helping me understand something about myself. A lot of the thoughts that you're having, you're gonna have much more brighter thoughts too, great ideas that you're actually gonna follow through. These are not ideas that you're just getting, okay, from the other side here, from this bridge here, from your subconscious here. These are not ideas that you're just getting. These are ideas that you're going to follow through on, okay? Because you're no longer scared to move forward. Like, for some reason, moving forward doesn't scare you anymore, because it feels like you know where you're going now. Or even if you don't know where you're going, it feels like you have the faith and also the inner authority to be able to just take one step after the other, by trusting your own intuition and by following your intuition before it makes sense. You've been on a very long journey, and you definitely close out a cycle, is what I'm getting here. A cycle of confusion, a cycle of like feeling like you're out of place, a cycle of feeling like any imposter syndrome that you've been going through. That's definitely another cycle that you're being liberated from, okay? That your soul's been liberated from. Because I feel like your soul wants to really pour into you. It really wants to pour into this lifetime. Like, it really wants to let go of all the wishes, hopes, and dreams that have failed, okay? And the pain that comes with that, okay? It's like you're packing your bags. You're like, okay, I poured into this thing. It didn't work. I was sad about it, but we're moving forward. And I'm not going to tear myself apart. I'm not going to tear myself apart for trying. I'm not going to talk down on myself for trying. I'm not going to talk down on myself because I failed. I'm glad I failed, because now I know where I'm going. I'm glad I failed, and failure no longer scares me, for sure. Failure no longer scares me. If anything, stagnancy is what scares you now, because you're like, there's no progress. There's no progress. There's nothing here for me anymore. So I'm crossing the bridge. I'm choosing to, like, even if I'm scared, I'm doing it anyways when I'm getting here. Okay. So you're definitely integrating a lot of past, present, future, and your present self is very rooted and knows that it can handle anything that comes at you, is what I'm getting here. And you're doing it with a sense of compassion for yourself, with a sense of compassion for your, like, okay, let me also tell you, this thing is coming to mind. I'm thankful I didn't fold. In the times that I could have folded, I'm thankful that I didn't fold. In the times that I could have folded, I'm thankful that I didn't fold, is what I'm getting here. I'm thankful that my experience didn't break me. I'm thankful that they didn't take my innocence. There's something with innocence here that I also feel like you're healing within your inner child here. I feel like maybe you're getting your sense of innocence back. You're getting this brighter energy, just like spring, exactly. Just like spring, because you're like, okay, I get it now. There's this aha moment definitely that you're having, okay, about exactly what it is you want to carry now moving forward, okay? Exactly what was weighing you down that you can let go of, that you can just leave and just, let go of, purge. And yeah, this was like spring cleaning for you, okay? This was spring cleaning for sure. This is a very creative pile too, my group number ones. This is a very creative pile. Maybe you had a lot of creative ideas that you didn't truly know which one you really want to fully channel your energy on and truly focus on. And you tried many things, okay? You tried many things here. But finally, it feels like you're getting into this brighter, lighter energy, and you're in a place of innocence where you're like, yes, of course I tried something, but I'm not afraid to try it again now. I'm not afraid to try it again. I know it didn't work before in the past, but I'm not afraid of failure, and I'm not afraid to try it again until I get it right, or until I reach desired outcome is what I'm getting here. Okay, so we're going to move forward. Okay, let's get a message from your subconscious and your ancestors, your spirit guides here, okay? Okay, thank you. Oh, there's two. Nice. Wow. I love that for you. I'm telling you, there's no more waiting. There's no more ruminating for you. Like, you're crossing a bridge that is like, I don't know, you were stuck. There was a stagnant energy for sure. Yes. Within this 10 of Wands, I feel like you had a lot of responsibilities, a lot of burdens that were like weighing you down, but also like not fulfilling your soul truly. It was not fulfilling to your soul. You were giving yourself to very many things that was not really fulfilling to you, and you really felt married to these responsibilities. Like, you were the only one that could do all these things, but like, now is the time for you. Now is the time for you to truly go after what it is that you want, what it is that your soul has been telling you fulfills you, that makes you happy, okay? Because again, you've integrated that energy of like self-sacrificing yourself for others, or self-sacrificing yourself for things that you thought you wanted, but like really you were happy that they didn't even happen, okay? We have the high priest here for you. Intend and create. Simple. Whatever was weighing you down, that was not allowing you to be creative or to move forward and to be like spontaneous or to even have the drive to create, is definitely what you've integrated, okay? And we also have here arrows. Surround yourself with protective energy, right? Especially this anxious energy with this Nine of Swords, of like overly worrying, overthinking, double checking and triple checking all your work before you finally put it out there. You double check, triple check, and then you get analysis paralysis. That's another thing I'm getting. That's being taken away from you now, okay? You're integrating that, okay? So surround yourself with protective energy. Let's also get here. Let me see your magical spell cards. Magical spell cards, especially with the Pisces new moon. What's the Pisces new moon bringing to you? Okay, all right. There's these two cards that want to be coming out. I don't mind them. Fertility. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yes, fertility. You're very fertile right now, okay? You are extremely fertile right now. The Pisces new moon, this is what it came to do. It came to wipe the slate for you, wipe the slate clean. And now you are a lush garden ready to plant seeds that are going to sprout, that are going to take root, and that are going to grow, okay, stronger, and also bear fruits for you is what I'm getting here. Fertility here says, let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. Exactly. Let new life, new opportunities, new beginnings be all about you. Because you finally crossed the bridge and you're ready. You are ready for sure. Oh my God, I love this. The goddesses are coming out for you for sure. We have best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow. Help me see what must be known. Okay, that's very interesting because we have now bow and arrow. You're going to be hitting your target. You're going to be hitting your mark. Okay, whatever it is that you're going to be starting, because you're fully integrated now, there's this sense of confidence. It's this urge even to want to create, to want to shoot your shot, because you're like, listen, I have hit the bottom of the barrel. How low can I go? Like, it's only up from here. I can't go any lower because I've gotten to the point. Like, I've gone to my roots and I've done work within my roots, okay, to take out all the things that are rotting, okay? Yes, because I work with plants a lot, and there's a lot of root rot sometimes. If you have too much water, there is root rot. And what is water? Too much emotions, to where it's clouding your judgment. It's clouding your roots, right? Which makes you kind of stuck because you don't want to really make a move. So everything that felt like a root rot has been taken out, okay? And you're going to be making the best possible decision. This is why your higher self is saying it's very, very, very important right now for you to trust yourself. There's never a better time for you to trust yourself other than now, because there's going to be new opportunities that your higher self and spirit is going to be bringing you, and you're being encouraged to take them, okay? You're being encouraged to know that you can trust yourself now, and you've learned from whatever experiences, all the experiences here, all the conflict here, all the feeling torn to which way do I go, you have learned which way you want to go now. You know yourself way better now, okay? And guess what? Only time could teach you. Only time could teach you. So time had to pass. And this is the divine timing right here for you to be able to, again, with fertility, start planting new seeds. Start planting new seeds and expect them. Expect the return. Plant new seeds and expect the return. Don't rush the return, but definitely expect the return, because there's new life all about you. Okay? Final thing I want to do for you, because these goddesses are coming out. I want to get a message here from the goddess Isis Aset. Let's see what the Mother of Magic wants for you. The Egyptian goddess Aset. Let's see what she has for you, okay? Because I'm seeing the Osiris here. This is Osiris energy, and Osiris and Isis are counterparts. So let's see. Thank you. Yep. All right. My group number one, I feel like you, I don't know, you were at a crossroads that was definitely inspired by a spiritual awakening, okay? There was a spiritual awakening that you were going through for sure. And this is what your subconscious is telling you. It's like, yeah, we've been going through it for sure. We've been going through this dark night of the soul type of energy. And it's interesting that I keep seeing this energy of a triangle, and it comes out here again. And the axiom, as above, so below, is really coming through right now. As above, so below. As above, so below. This is why I feel like you're very connected to your higher self right now. So follow through. Please follow through on all your ideas right now. Plant seeds. Do not expect a return overnight, obviously, but just start planting seeds. Just start taking the steps, okay? Intend and create. Be intentional with everything that you're creating too, okay? Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber. You've definitely been on a, yes. You've definitely been healing. This is a very healing time for you too, okay? And I feel like you're going to be having new experiences that are going to be healing for you, to where you take solace in, you know, things not working out for you, things that you thought you really, really, really wanted. They didn't work out for you, and there was a reason, okay? There was definitely a reason for that. So, Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber. I feel like I want to read that for you. Before I read that for you, I'm feeling called to pull some affirmation cards for you, okay? Especially since I feel like you've just been through a lot, but you're doing so good. Like, at least now I feel like you just know exactly, like, okay, this thing that I'm carrying, it is only slowing me down from the inevitable of me moving forward. It is only slowing me down. So what can I take off? What burden, what responsibility that I thought I was married to can I finally let go of now, so I can feel lighter and move into my new beginning? Thank you. Oh, okay. Honestly, let's take those two. Wow. Okay, this fertility energy is so real. This fertility energy that you have is so real because look, we have another pregnant lady here. It says, I live each moment with the presence of gratitude. And that's what I kept feeling is, you know, you that's standing here right now, your present moment is very important for you because you're coming to see just how grateful you are about even all the missed opportunities or everything, because you know things are coming back around for you and you're going to take the steps. You're going to take the steps and you're going to grab that opportunity, okay? I live in each moment with a presence of gratitude. I live in each moment with the presence of gratitude. And that's lavender. Lavender is supposed to be very relaxing for you, okay? So like calming to the mind, soothing to your senses. I live each moment with the presence of gratitude. If you've been very anxious, this is calling you to remember to be grateful, okay? If you're anxious about all your options or a lot of, you know, the things that you're juggling in your life, just pause for a moment and tap into this energy of gratitude in the present moment. And this here says, see, I am the weaver of my reality. That's the work that you've been doing here within your subconscious, is finding out that no matter how, if you go left, right, front, center, you're still the weaver of your own reality. It's still your own inner authority. This is still your own power that you have the privilege to assert or exert. I'm the weaver of my reality. I am the weaver of my reality. We also have an extra one here. Okay. And this one says, when I let others shine, I shine too. When I let others shine, I shine too. Okay. Especially within this Five of Wands conflict, because this Five of Wands shows like everyone having almost the same talent. So it's like, well, why would people choose me? And it's like, no, I get to shine, they get to shine, we all get to shine. We're all unique in our own way, okay? We're all unique in our own way. And yes, your talent, your gift, whatever you have, put it out there because it is worth being out there. It is worth being out there. Someone needs what it is that you're thinking you don't want to put out there. Someone needs it. Someone needs your magic. Someone needs your talent. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read the Dark Healing Chamber. Beloved Initiate, the most challenging task is not to confront an external enemy, but to take the courage in both hands and journey within, to meet our own dark self and to begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. That is the sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without, to bring us more deeply into our own being as we seek to find and heal the darkness within. Exactly. And the prayer for this goes, I call upon the temple of obsidian black. I call on the love of Isis so strong, stronger than any judgment or attack. It heals and makes whole any past wrong. I now choose to see the truth of my being whole. I see how in this pain I played a role. Wow. Role. I choose to let the pain of judgment be released. I choose to love and accept with deep peace. Transformation and healing now come to me. I love all parts of my being, infinite and free. And Padawan, this is all that I'm seeing for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading and I hope that it provided to you clarity, comfort, and confirmation. If you enjoyed this video, please hype it up, give it some thumbs up, like do everything to interact with it so that I grow too. So thank you so much for your support. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hello there, my group number 2. Welcome to your reading where we're taking a look at your subconscious, a message from your subconscious about how you're being liberated, how you're liberating your soul, or how you're coming into an integration, okay? I hope we're doing well wherever you are. I just wanted to clear the space a little bit before we get into your reading. Alrighty. Okay, so you chose here my crescent moon flower agate. Crescent moon, the moon, okay? This reading was inspired by the Pisces new moon, okay? So, let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so yours is going to be interesting. A message from your subconscious and what you've been integrating, okay? How you've been liberating yourself. Listen, my group number 2s are just okay, I'll tell you this. This is how I feel about your reading. You're no longer questioning, okay? You are no longer questioning who you are. You're like, this is who I am. You're either going to take it or leave it. I don't have time to explain myself to you. I don't have time to explain my multidimensionality to you. I don't have time to explain my depth to you. And I'm definitely not going to try to fit in, okay, into whatever little box that you place me in, because I transcend that. I can be something. I can be something today and I'm different tomorrow, okay? I feel like you're definitely elusive. Your energy has been very elusive, or you've been shape-shifted, because the shapeshifter is here. The shapeshifter, what have you been integrating? Your subconscious, how you're liberating yourself. You're finally taking off the damn mask. You're taking off the mask and just being who you are, okay? And I feel like you might be very ruled by the moon. I mean, yes, the moon, our moon sign is who we truly are. That's like our habits, what we cannot hide, okay? That's like just our instincts, right? You're definitely trusting your instincts more. That's how you're being liberated. You're following your own intuition. Because I feel like you've seen, like you've been like, okay, yeah, I've been contemplating, or like I've been following trends, or I've been following this and that, and they just don't even feel like me. If anything, they take me even farther away from who I think I am, or who I truly am. So there's this energy of you coming back home to yourself, seeing yourself for who you truly are, and accepting yourself. Radical self-acceptance is what I'm getting here. Okay, that's how you're liberating your soul. You're just letting your soul shine. You're letting your light shine. You're no longer afraid of who you are, and you're no longer afraid of the opinion of others about who you are, because they're not going to be the one to tell you who you are. You're showing up as you are, and they're either going to take it or leave it. And you're not even trying to validate or even express or overly like explain yourself about who you are, is what I'm getting at. And I really love this energy, because you're like, yep, I'm light, I'm dark, I'm up, I'm down. Like, catch up is what I'm getting here. I'm getting this energy of like, yeah, catch up. I'm changing all the time, and I love to change is what I'm getting here. You're no longer afraid of change, because you understand that is how we grow, that is how we evolve, is what I'm getting here. Okay. Oh my god, I really love your energy group number 2, the shapeshifter. You know that you have many talents. Okay. Yeah, I really like this. I really like this energy. And I think it's because, again, your inner self, your true self, your higher self, your inner authority has never led you wrong. If anything, you have found out that every time you go away from the things that your inner self is actually telling you, there has been consequences for it. So you're just like, okay, there's a system here that I have to follow, it seems like, and I'm following that system, and I don't care who's coming along with me or who's watching. I'm just ready to be myself. Ready to be myself. I'm ready to take the mask off. It's just what I'm just here. I keep hearing from your soul. It's like, I'm ready to take the mask off. I'm taking the mask off, because and then the thing is, oh my god, I love this for you, because it's like, yes, you're taking the mask off, but also like you like to wear different masks. Like you like to be like, okay, I have this mask, I have this one. That's why you're very adaptable. In anywhere that you go into, you adapt very, very, very easily, and people notice it's about you, and then they use that as maybe a concise decision of who you are. But you're like, no, you're only seeing this part of me because I'm letting you see this part of me, okay? Because I can change just as quickly as that. But that is what you love to do. I think that's what makes you shine, because you get to tap into, again, different parts of yourself. You get to tap into different multidimensionality of yourself. Okay, you understand your own depths, and you can take it, like you shed skin day by day, and you're not afraid to do that anymore. Okay, you understand that not even shedding your skin is keeping you stuck. It's getting here. So shapeshifter is telling me that you have very many secrets, talents, and things. No, not secrets. Well, I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't know. But like, yeah, you're all encompassing, and you're embracing all parts of yourself. The part that's secretive, the part that wants to share, the part that it's like, yeah, there's a time for everything. And I know that now. And I don't have to overly I don't have to overexpose myself too much if I don't want to. Okay. I'm only going to show as much as I want to show. I don't have to spread myself too thin in order for me to fit into people's boxes, or just because I want to be friends, or just because I want this job, or just because this and this and that. No, it's like, listen, this is who I am, and I bring value to you either way. I bring value to you. Me having several different personalities brings value wherever I go, is what I'm getting here. I don't know. Oh my God, this is so funny. Let's see the frequency that you're tapping into. Okay, 34. We have passion. Exactly. You're very passionate about your soul. You're very passionate about your path. You're very passionate about who you are. You're very passionate about your boundaries. And that is exactly how you live your life. And you're no longer like, you're no longer, oh my God, I'm just getting like you're so repulsed by a very dull life. Whatever you've been in before, or like whatever they've told you to be, did not bring you joy. And or whatever mask you had on before, it made life so dull for you. So you're finally like, okay, I'm taking this one off and I don't even care, is what I'm getting here. Okay, the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to calm of its core, where we can let its long lasting wisdom fills us up. Exactly. Where we can let his long lasting wisdom fill us up. Okay. A message from your subconscious. What's your subconscious trying to tell you? Listen, your subconscious is saying like, yeah, embrace it. Embrace all aspects of yourself. You're not one way. You're not another way. You are like the moon. You like the moon and the ocean. The moon is the one that rules the tides of the ocean, right? And your intuition. Oh my God, I think this is about your intuition too. Your intuition is like really, really coming through here, and it's telling you like, listen, it's time for you to trust me. It's time for us to like be fully besties, because we're very passionate about life and we're very passionate about like evolving, is another thing that I'm getting here. And yes, behind every emotion, like everything that you feel things so strongly, is another thing I'm getting. I think it's because you're very ruled by the moon. I don't know. It's the moon. Like you feel things very strongly, and I think you fight so hard to keep these emotions suppressed or these passions suppressed, and it just weighs you down. It makes you lackluster. It makes you like repulsed, again, is what I'm getting here. So you're just like, yep, if I'm feeling sad today, that's fine, I'm gonna feel it. If I'm feeling mad today, oh, I'm raging, I'm letting it out. Okay, because sometimes rage is justified. If I'm feeling very happy today, then yeah, let's go, but also I think you're finally coming into, you're surrendering to knowing that your emotions, or like your intuition, I don't know, there's just this rise and flow, and you're not chasing it anymore, or you're not trying to just be one line anymore. You're like, okay, we're up, that's great. We're down, okay, we're up, okay, that's, I just feel like you're very, like, it could go either way, is what I'm getting here. You're just open. And I think you're a channel for very heightened emotions, or a heightened passionate experience to want to channel through you, or to want to, because you're very, anything you marry yourself to, you're very passionate about, is what I'm getting here. You're a very passionate person, and I think people might want you to like suppress that, or they might be like, oh, you're too much, or blah blah blah, and you're like, maybe you may have suppressed that part of yourself that is so big, bright, and large, that is like, yeah, larger than life, and you're no longer doing that, is what I'm getting here. You're liberating yourself from the judgment, external judgments, that also brings internal pressure to you, because you don't have time for it anymore, because it's like a pressure cooker. It just keeps pressurizing you inside, and just, again, like, maybe that's why you even blow up. Because you're trying so hard to be on one line, or you're trying so hard to be something that you're not. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap into tarot. This is like about your intuition, about your routines, your habits, like who you truly are at your core, wanting to shine, like no longer suppressing. The way your subconscious is being liberated is no longer suppressing who you truly are at your core. Okay, and also not focusing on external validation about how you express yourself. Okay, how you express who you are. Like, your subconscious is saying, listen, you are valid in every feeling that you have. Like, obviously, don't be too dramatic, or even if you want to be, go ahead. But like, also there's, we know that there's consequences, right? But I feel like your intuition is saying that you are wiser enough now to, another thing I'm getting with you is that you're not letting the external to also determine how you're going to show up. You're not letting the external judgment to also determine whether or not you're going to get amped up or not. Like, you're not letting external pressures also trigger you into blowing out or crashing out, is what I'm getting here. You're not letting the external, like if you're gonna crash out, you do that, but it's your choice to crash out. It's not anyone telling you or anyone triggering you into crashing out. I feel like your triggers here is another thing that you're being liberated from. Any external triggers that you've been having that, you know, kind of gets to you, because I feel like with this passion, yeah, you're sensitive, you're a sensitive soul, but it's also because you're just passionate about everything, like, you know. And I get it, you know, you've tried so hard to be easygoing, you've tried so hard to not rock the boat, but like this time around, I just feel like you're like, okay, I'm not gonna let external kind of trigger me into crashing out or into blowing up, but I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm going to speak it with passion. Passion and compassion is another thing I'm hearing out for you, is having compassion for your emotions and for yourself, and to compassionately be able to express this passion too. Okay, there's a lot of passion and compassion going on here. Definitely very fiery energy, especially with this shapeshifter energy too. Okay, we got the King of Cups. Emotional intelligence. Okay, emotional intelligence. Your emotional intelligence is definitely growing. That's the message from your subconscious. Is, yeah, that's what I kept feeling, like your triggers, you're letting go of a lot of triggers, like the triggers that you can't control, for sure you're letting go of them, or you're understanding how to just be at peace with it. Okay, or you're also learning how to like shape shift from very high end intense triggering situation to like, okay, listen, I know that I'm about to crash out right now, but just like this King of Cups, I am going to shape shift into just calm, peaceful energy is what I'm getting here, because I know what I'm working towards. Okay, I know what I'm working towards, and I can't use this excess energy on something that is petty. Okay, I can't use this beautiful energy of passion on something that is petty, just like arguments and stuff like that, or drama. No, I want to use this energy for something that keeps me grounded, that's something that I can plant seeds on, or yes, something that brings me emotional fulfillment. That's what I want to use my energy for now. I'm not just using it for petty arguments and, you know, drama and following. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. It's like you're really, really, really understanding how to channel your rage, your anger, or your passion into a way that it works for you, is what I'm getting here. Into a way that it works for you and also brings you peace and ease and calm. Okay, it's like a storm. It's like you hold a storm inside you, but it's not just shooting out aimlessly anymore. No, if you're going to if you're going to release that storm, if you're going to release that energy, you are directing it exactly where you want to. You're not letting your subconscious habits to be the one that are like pulling or directing your energy. I feel like you're catching your subconscious now. Okay, your consciousness is becoming very much so aware of your subconscious energy, of how like you can shift, you can like how your instincts are also becoming more adaptable, is another thing that I'm getting here. Your instincts are becoming more adaptable in the face of any obstacles. It's another thing that I'm getting here. Okay. That's why I feel like you don't really care what people have to say. You're just like, listen, I know how I am. Like, if you want me to go there, I will go there. But you know what? I'm not going to go there with you, because I need this energy for something that is better. Or like, I need this energy for like wisdom. You know, I'd rather find the wisdom and see how I've grown to not be able to go there with you. Okay. I don't know if some of you have been called like a hothead or something like that. I feel like you're no longer being a hothead. You're like using your energy for the right things now. You're not just willy-nilly, aimlessly using your energy, okay? You're using it for the right things. That's what I keep getting. Oh, we have the Two of Cups. Exactly. You're no longer pouring into things that are not pouring into you. Because again, when you marry yourself to something, when you are devoted to something, you are going to do whatever it takes to get your desired outcome, is what I'm getting here. You're going to make things work, okay? So you're no longer just pouring into things that are actually depleting you. You're no longer giving your energy to petty things that are just depleting you and that are just draining this passionate energy that you have, that you can be using to build a beautiful romanticizing life. Okay, Seven of Cups, you know what you want now, okay? There may be many different choices that all look good, but you know now that all their glitters isn't gold. All that glitters isn't gold, and you know how to strike your gold. You know how to call in your gold, or that's another thing I'm getting here. King of Cups, yes, King of Cups. Your emotional intelligence is also what's like, oh, I don't know. For someone with a lot of fire, I feel like, yeah, you're learning to finally be calm. It's almost like you're being humbled as well. Whatever you've been through, okay, has kind of humbled you to kind of see like, okay, I can't just overreact at all situations, okay? It's almost like you're also knowing when it's time for you to be angry, or when it's time for you, like in times where you normally be angry, you're just calm, you're just forgiven, you're like, you know what, it's not worth my energy, this is not worth my energy. That's what I keep getting for you. You've gained this gorgeous, beautiful emotional intelligence and wisdom as to what you want to pour yourself into now, okay? Because you can't just pour yourself into everything. You've seen that. You've seen that not everything is going to like fulfill you deeply, okay? And you know that. And you know that, yes, there may be illusions of choices here, but you know exactly what you want to pour yourself into. Okay, so what you're being liberated from, or your soul is being liberated from, is you're not falling for the tricks anymore. You're not falling for the tricks. Okay, there was definitely a trickster, shape-shifting energy that was trying to get you to finally just surrender, or to calm down, or to see how your actions sometimes are also, you know, how you also block yourself in some ways, maybe because in times where you were supposed to be courageous and grab opportunities, you were too calm about it, or you were too lax about it. And now you're also understanding like, okay, there's times for you to be lax, and then there's time for you to really be passionate, or to really be like, yes, I'm gonna fight for this, and you're gonna, like, I'm pulling out all of my arsenals. Okay, you can't just use all of your arsenals every time, is what I'm getting here. It's like you understand that now. Okay, and again, people are not triggering you anymore because you've healed. This emotional intelligence has given you the wisdom to be able to see your own triggers and to study them, okay, and to see how, you know, it actually depletes your energy when you're focusing on something that literally is not giving you a return of investment. Every energy that we're putting out there is an investment, okay, that may either give us a return or not. And especially with this Two of Cups and Seven of Cups, like, and yeah, like, you know what you want now. Like, you may be a person that was, you know, kind of like looking at all your options, like you were open and all that. And now you're like, okay, I've tried all these options. I'm no longer just following the illusion of choices. I know what I want, and I'm going to use my energy to plant seeds for that. Because with this Page of Pentacles, there's definitely this knowing of this, like, from now on, this new beginning, this newfound sense of awareness that I have, okay, this newfound sense of acceptance also that I have of who I am, and accepting all parts of myself, like radical self-acceptance. Like, it's given me the opportunity to carefully channel my energy, is what I'm getting here. Okay, because you don't want to waste energy anymore. You don't want to be depleted of your own vitality anymore by pursuing things that are, again, depleting you. And things that will be depleting you would look like, you know, maybe trying so hard, again, to be something that you're not, or trying so hard to follow a path that is not even yours, where you have your own curved, curated path that just, you know, that's very passionate, that you're very passionate about. Maybe also you're someone who feels a lot, and like you feel like you can't control your emotions, okay? You feel like you can't control your emotions, and maybe your emotions get the best of you before, but now I feel like you're definitely sitting on it. You're definitely shape-shifting to whatever the situation calls for, okay? You're not just letting your emotions control you or blind you into rage or whatever. I don't know. I just keep getting rage. I don't know why. Or even the times where you maybe put on rose-colored glasses, okay, of not seeing the situation correctly for what it is, because you want something so badly that you don't see the red flags about them, okay? Now you know exactly the red flags. You're able to, like, go over them, okay? That's another thing I'm getting here. Okay, we're gonna move forward. I think that's it. But yes, I definitely feel like you're way more connected to your intuition now, and your intuition has been guiding you, and I think you knew that, but now you're consciously picking up on it. You're consciously directing your energy to the things that fill your own cup. You're no longer just pouring out of yourself to fill other people's cup in, in hopes of having a passionate relationship with them, and you just see that they don't even care for it. They don't even care for that passionate relationship. You're the only one. It's only your passion that's keeping it alive. It's only your fire, your flame, that is keeping something alive. So you're choosing to just be who you are and let things be attracted to you. Let your own equally yoked relationships, passionate relationships, be attracted to you. Let your passion be the magnet for the experiences that you truly want to experience here. And not just selling yourself short, okay, in order to fit into someone's expectations of you. Okay, I'm gonna start getting some oracle cards here. Okay, you're also letting go of okay, what I'm getting here is, if you were in a relationship with someone, my group number 2s, if you were in a relationship with someone and it didn't work out, I think you're finally seeing why it didn't work out, even though you wanted it to work out so badly. If that was a relationship, a friendship, I don't know, but with this 2 of Cups, it was like a union that you really, really, really wanted, okay? You really wanted that union, but you also needed to explore a little bit, or you didn't have the wealth of information, or you didn't have something that you have now, and which is the emotional intelligence, and now you see it clearly for what it is. You see it clearly for what it is. I don't know what this is, but that's coming up to say, you're aware now why something didn't work out. Because these people, they would have siphoned your energy. They would have, your light would not have been able to shine. Your light, your bright, burning, passionate light would just not have been able to shine. It would have just been going down, 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 and being depleted. Okay? And you see it now. There's a reason for you to know that now. Thank God that it didn't work out for you with this 2 of Cups here, okay? And there was also this illusions of success that you're letting go of, okay? You're redefining your idea of what success truly means to you. You're redefining the idea of what success truly means to you. And you're also understanding that you can shape shift, or you can use your own passion, this big bright energy, this fire that you have, to be able to, again, magnet and attract whatever success that you want to experience. All right. We're going to get a message here from your angels and ancestors, okay? From your subconscious. Let's see what it wants you to know. Seer, exactly, okay? There's a reason behind why you feel so passionately about things, because you feel them very deeply, right? And this says here, see beyond the current situation. Use your emotional intelligence to see beyond the current situation of why this didn't work. See beyond the current situation. See beyond the current situation. Especially if you're feeling sad about this 2 of Cups and this 7 of Cups reversed. I'm telling you, this was not in vibratory match to you. It would have depleted you. It would have sucked you dry. It would have depleted your vitality, okay? So there's something here that wants you to see that, hey, I'm thankful that didn't work out, or I'm thankful that these relationships, they fell through. These friendships slowly removed themselves away from me, okay? It was not me at all. If anything, maybe my light burned them off, okay? Even though I wanted them so badly in my life, they couldn't stand my light. They could not stand my light in reality, is what your subconscious is saying. So you may have been feeling bad that, hey, this didn't work out, or that thing I really wanted within this illusion of choices. It's no. If you were waiting to also make a choice, or if you were wondering if you made the wrong choice, you didn't. You did not make the wrong choice. If you made a choice to go for something and it didn't work out and you're wondering if you made the wrong choice, I'm here to tell you right now, there's something telling me you didn't make the wrong choice. And it's time for you to start seeing from a higher perspective of knowing that you didn't make a wrong choice at all. The choice that you made was a correct one. And again, something wasn't supposed to work. I feel very, very, very strongly about that. Look, Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Connect with your emotions. Connect with your emotions, okay? There's something about fire and water here. You know, the relationship between fire and water, the relationship between what drives you and your emotions holding you back. All right. So just going through with the fire right now is what I feel like Spirit's telling you. It's like, stand in your fire, stand in your light. Okay. Because that's your soul. That is your soul. All these emotional energy that you pick up in this reality, it's like, okay, yes, they're there to be able to kind of guide you. They're not facts. They're not even facts. I feel like this fire that you have here is more of like an inspiration from the divine. It's like a divine inspiration. Now, there may be an emotion that causes you to be like, well, I tried that before and, it didn't really work out, or like I was too big for them. So maybe I'm just going to dumb myself down now or something. Maybe I'm just going to act small. No, this is a very big energy that you cannot keep in a box. You cannot. And you cannot keep like dumbing down your light or something like that. Like, yeah, connect with your emotions and let them go. Like, look at them for what they truly are. Like, really sit and ask yourself, like, okay, why do I feel this way? Like, what made me feel this way? What was the initial critical moment that solidified this emotion for me? Because it's something you definitely need to see beyond, okay? You need to see beyond how you're currently feeling about this situation, because something didn't work out for you because it wasn't supposed to. No matter how much you wanted it to work out, no matter how much you thought it was going to fulfill you, it's not. And that's what's teaching you the emotional intelligence. That's what's bringing you the wisdom from your subconscious as well. And then look, the bottom of your deck, we have She-Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within. I feel like my pile number 2s, you guys have very big emotions, very big like feelings, okay? And sometimes you don't know how to control them. You don't know how to channel them because you feel them so deeply. But it's going to be very important for you to start seeing things from a higher perspective. All right, so we're going to also see here. Let's see. Let's see your magical spell cards here, okay? Pisces new moon energy. Inspiration. Literally, I kept feeling that. I kept feeling like, maybe you do have too many choices and you just have to like be like, okay, which one am I really, really, really passionate about? Which one do I really want to drive my energy into? Because I can't, like, you only have so much energy, okay? You only have so much energy. So it's going to be very important to put them exactly where you want them, okay? Don't just willy-nilly, aimlessly channel your energy. No, direct your energy. Inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring inspiration to me. So and if she brings this inspiration to you, you better make sure you follow through, is what I'm getting here. Connect with the reasons why you feel like you can't follow through on the inspiration here. Is it because you're afraid of being seen? Is it because you have, some problems with being seen as loud, big, whatever, Okay. Okay, we also have here psychic protection. Around me now is shield of gold protecting me strong and bold. Around me now is shield of gold protecting me strong and bold. Okay, what is this telling me? Do you go against your own intuition? I mean, yeah, like, I feel like we already talked about that before. Like, do you go against your own intuition? Like, your intuition will drop something, or your intuition will make your consciousness aware of something. And maybe because of a past stuck emotion, maybe because of a stuck emotion that wasn't fully processed, right? You perceive the situation, or it triggers you, or something triggers you into being stuck. So whenever you feel like you can't fully be yourself, know that you're actually taking on people's energy around you, okay? This is why psychic protection is coming out. When you feel like you can't fully be yourself, or when you feel like there's an emotion that you're feeling that literally doesn't feel like you at all, and that's also keeping you small, or that's also keeping you feeling cramped or feeling stuck, know that that's not even yours. That's like one too many things that you're tapped into, because yeah, shapeshifter, like it's like the moon, you know, you feel everything. You can't really even control what you're feeling. So it's going to be very important for you to always protect yourself, and also always create boundaries. It's very important for you to have a shield of boundaries around you, okay? So that it lets you know which side you're on. Like, this is the side I'm on. I'm standing up for myself, I'm being myself, and I'm rooted in myself. But also, not everything needs my energy. Not everything needs me to be amped up. I don't have to respond to every emotions here. And I also don't have to claim everything I'm feeling, okay? You don't have to claim them. It's like, which one do you really want to give yourself to? Which of the emotions do you really want to give your energy to, your attention to? Because again, it's all just flying in there. And yes, they come in through us to channel. Yes, around me now is Shield of Gold, protecting me strong and bold. I don't know, I'm getting tired in your pile. I'm just getting tired. Like, I feel like I need to calm down. Like, I need to just, you know. That's so funny. Yeah, like, some of you might even need to take a bath. Like, to take a bath, like, if you need to, please take a bath to just wash off everything that you've been carrying from others, or everything that has clung onto your own passionate energy, because it's like a moth to a flame, right? And I also feel like the psychic protection is coming up, especially when it comes to all the inspirations that you feel and following through them. If you encounter an emotional trigger that doesn't make you follow through with your inspiration, call upon your psychic protection, okay? Call upon psychic protection and just do it. Follow. It's very important for you to compassionately follow through with this inspiration, okay? Give yourself a lot more compassion by also connecting to your emotions. All right, we're gonna move forward. Because we also got the goddess Isis, because we got the goddess of Isis here, the goddess Isis of magic here, I'm going to pull from her oracle card for you, okay? How she's working with you. Okay. Let's see how she's been working with your subconscious. All right. Actually, before we open this, I also want to get you some affirmation cards, and then we'll go ahead, open this, and read it, okay? Okay, there we go. That's a lot. That's one too many, but I feel like maybe you need them. All right. I focus on what is working. Exactly. You're not just being pulled and pushed by your whirlwind of emotions here, okay? You're not just being pushed and pulled by a whirlwind of emotions. So it's very important for you to meditate a lot too, is what I'm getting here. Meditating will be very important for you, okay? I focus on what is working. I allow stillness to heal and reveal. Exactly. I allow stillness to heal and reveal. This is why I say you can't just follow everything. You can't just follow everything that you're feeling, okay? Because they will lead you to a place you probably don't want to be, where you're just burning, lighting fires everywhere. I allow stillness to heal and reveal. Exactly. When you feel like there's a very big emotion that you just want to follow through and get amped up and get angry, get mad, or also get sad, it's just like, okay, let me really take account of, what's really happening. Let me be a little bit logical, is what I'm getting here. Like, I know that I'm passionate, but also let me just see things for what they truly are. Exactly. Seeing things for what they truly are, especially within the Seven of Cups here. There's also, we also have here, there's medicine in my shadow. There's medicine in my shadow. And that's talking about, again, connecting with your emotions. And the last thing here, exactly. Healthy boundaries keep me centered and balanced. Healthy boundaries keep me centered and balanced, for sure. Okay, so let's see here. Wow. Okay. A message from your subconscious, the lady Isis. That's what I'm saying. I just keep feeling tired. Like, I don't know, I had very high energy when I first started this reading, but then by the end of it, I just feel like I am so tired, okay? Because I just am. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I just want to I just want to take a bath and like relax. Like honestly, this is not worth my energy. Is what I'm getting here. Like all of these things, this not even like what's truly worth my energy is what I'm getting here. Like this isn't worth my energy. Like I just need to be calm so I can be decisive, okay, and make the right decisions is what I'm getting here. Maybe you're also someone who is very passionate, but you get tired a lot because again, you're processing so much, you're taking in so much. So it's going to be important for you to also watch what you're bringing into, like watch what you're listening to, watch what you're paying attention to, watch, you know, if you've been on your phone way too much too, be careful with that. If you've been taking in so much content, be careful with that as well, because also you're taking in what these people are feeling, okay? And that's why you don't know. That's why sometimes you get lost. Like you don't know who you are. You feel like, yeah. That's why sometimes you get lost, maybe. Okay, the brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Let's go ahead and read that. The brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. When negative energy is present, it is a sign that we're ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is a negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with the spiritual test. Beloved initiate, you shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Connect with your emotions. Stay in your heart. There's no need to be afraid. Exactly. There's no need to be afraid. And the prayer here goes, and the prayer for that is, brother in darkness, you are loved. Loved fiercely and with compassion. There is nothing to fear or judge or resist, just acceptance, allowance, and being seen. From the light in my heart, now I see you. I do not judge. My response is compassion. I understand and I release you now. Be and flow, but from my energy, you must go now. You must now go without will or force, but through Without will or force, but through love and peace. All negativity from my field is now released. Exactly. Radical self-acceptance. Like you're just like, listen, I accept all parts of myself. All negativity from my field is now being released. And pile number 2, this is all that I'm seeing for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. And please don't forget to hype this video, like this video, and interact with it so that this channel can grow and our community can grow. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hello there, my pal number 3. Welcome to your reading where we're taking a look at your subconscious, how you're liberating your soul, and how you're coming into integration, okay? All right, so you chose here my Jasper mushroom, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put that to the side. The card on the left shows what your subconscious message is, what you're liberating your soul from, and this card here is what you're opening up to. Okay, the frequency that you're opening up to. And pile number 3, we have for you. Oh, we also have the number 3. We have the Starborn. The Starborn. I'm also hearing the cosmic egg. Okay, the cosmic egg. Okay, and the frequency that you're opening up to is throat chakra. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Exactly. And what you're liberating from, what you've liberated your soul from, is like your soul finally feeling like I belong here, or like I belong. There's this sense of belonging that you're finally feeling. Maybe you've never feel like you fit in before. Okay, maybe you've always felt like you were different and you couldn't have people that understand you, or like you've been looking for a community where you're understood, or where you have like-minded souls, and maybe you haven't had that before. This is what you're liberating from in your subconscious, is being able to express yourself, being able to be yourself, while also like calling in the right people for you. Okay, with this Starborn here, I'm definitely getting energy of starseed here, even with this blue. I don't know. Ooh, I love it. Blue, I'm thinking Pleiades, I'm thinking Arcturus, I'm thinking, yes, Pleiades and Arcturus is definitely the 2 star systems that are coming to mind. And yeah, you have just, yeah, like, you know, expressing yourself, expressing your truth, you just know your difference. You sense your difference, okay? You sense your difference, and it's been hard for you to fit in. And I don't think you even ever truly wanted to fit in. You were just like looking for, it was almost like you were filtering through people and always seeing like, does this person feel like me? Do I feel like that? Like, do I resonate with this energy? And it's been very hard for you to find an energy that resonates with you on a true vibratory level, on a true, like, soul level, like a soul mate. Even, we can have soulmates that are friends, or even actual relationship partnerships, but you're very soul driven is what I'm getting, okay? Your soul is very aware of its difference here, and it has felt lonely sometimes. It's another thing I'm getting. It has felt lonely, and that has weighed on you sometimes because you feel this homesick for somewhere that you've never even been, or that you don't have recollection of being. It's another thing I'm getting. But you're finally courageous. You're feeling the energy of courage to be able to just be the thing that you're looking for on this planet, or be that energy that you're looking for on this planet is what I'm getting here, okay? And I'm also getting, don't worry, more and more people will start connecting with you, and you will start resonating. They will start resonating with you, or you're finding more of your soul tribe, okay? And that's how your soul is feeling liberated, because you're like, finally, see, I knew I wasn't the only one that thought this way. I knew I wasn't the only one that did things this way, or something like that, okay? So that loneliness that you may have been feeling, that isolation, that sense of like, I'm very different is, you're almost embracing it. Like, you're embracing it and you're letting that shine. And I think because you're finally standing in that, it's also allowing people who may have been shy from expressing that side of themselves to see you and be like, okay, this is how I am too. Or like them wanting to connect with you more and more and more. It's like this mushrooms, right? Like, mushrooms are very, 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 very wise. Very wise eat system, okay? I don't even know what to call them, right? And mushrooms are very different from every other plant, that like everything about them is different, but they're here, okay? They're here, and they're very, very useful. Probably one of the most useful ones too. They're very useful for us here, and they will be here even after everything else is gone, is what I'm getting here. So yeah, even the mycelium. Yep, the mycelium is very different. The way that it grows is different, but also it's very useful. And you can tell a mushroom is different. Like, you can tell the petals are different. I don't know. Would we say mushrooms are like flowers or plants? I don't know. Exactly. There isn't even a category of where to put them, is what I'm getting at, because again, they're like aliens. They're like aliens in the ecosystem. But also the way that they work, they do a lot of root works, okay? The way that they work, it goes underneath first before, they really, yeah. The mycelium, the way that they spread the way that they work is like in the roots, right? I'm just seeing roots like reach out to one another, but like in the hidden underneath, okay? It's almost like I don't even want to show myself yet. I'm just like tapping into the depths. It's another thing I'm getting here. So maybe you were tapping into your own depths. You were like understanding the roots of who you are at a soul level. And now that you know, and now that you feel grounded and rooted in who you are, you're more confident in yourself. Now you're expressing yourself exactly as who you are, okay? Exactly as who your soul is meant to be. And you're also standing in your difference, okay? Which also liberates your soul, is what I'm getting here. Your soul definitely loves being different. Like, it likes being like, yep, I'm an anomaly. I am an anomaly. Okay, and you don't get to experience me twice. That's another thing I'm getting here. I don't know. But another thing I really love about mushrooms is how they help others, how they help their ecosystem. The way that mushrooms, like when their cap opens up, the spores literally, they spread spores onto the ground, onto the ground, and that spores kind of like seeds itself, roots itself before it grows, and then just keeps replicating or keeps multiplying, is what I'm getting here. So the more that you shine, or the more that you open yourself, it's more like you're spreading spores for others to also build upon that, or for others to also like be themselves and then grow and shine, and like it just keeps multiplying. It's like you all find yourselves, together, or like helping each other. I don't know, I just feel this very big sense of communal or community because you chose to express yourself in a very authentic way, in a way that works for you, okay? Because what works for you is definitely not what works for anyone else, okay? Like, I don't know, you're very distinct, your energy is distinct. And I won't lie, actually, some of these kind of look like the mushrooms, like the mushroom spores. I don't know if you've ever seen them before. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead and tap into your tarot. Your pile, let me just say thank you so much because your pile is very, very, very light. It's a very light, gracious energy. It's a very gracious energy. It's a very already very self-aware type of energy of like, listen, I was just waiting until like I found my people or something like that. Or like I was just like, I've always been myself, you know, I've always been myself, but now I'm more of myself is what I'm getting. Or like I'm expressing myself even more. If I haven't been doing that before, if I've been subconsciously repressing myself, now I'm more expressing myself. Okay, if you guys have had problems with speaking your truth or like something like that, if you felt uncomfortable speaking your truth, this is what you're liberating your soul from. It's like now you're definitely opening up. You're definitely opening up like the spores, okay? You're definitely opening up, and everything that you're sharing is like spores that is spreading around and also helping others to feel more grounded within themselves in order to shine, okay? In order to express themselves too, okay? You're definitely inspirational is another thing I'm getting here with the number 5. Very creative energy. You might also work with children, another thing that I'm picking up on. Okay, 5th house, throat chakra. You might be inspiring to a lot of the young people around you, maybe, that are also sensing their own difference in a world of form, like that everyone wants to be like almost uniform. Like, no, your energy is like, I stand out. I'm not in a uniform. I stand out. I like to stand out. I like to do things differently. It's also a very Uranus type of energy too. Aquarius, I'm getting Aquarius energy as well. I'm seeing Aquarius here. I'm also getting Aries for some reason. Aries, Aquarius type of energy. Okay, with that Jasper. Okay, let's go ahead and tap into your tarot. I love your energy. It's very light. It's like a breath of fresh air. I don't know. Maybe people see you even as a breath of fresh air because you're so different. Yep. You're very much so in your own energy. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. You're very much so in your own energy. You stay in your own lane. You do your own routines. Oh, I really love this. I love this energy. Okay. Yes, sometimes you might feel some type of way, okay? Yeah, sometimes the 4 of Cups, you know, you feel like, oh, like I've been waiting for my soul family, or like there's this energy of frustration of like, why do I feel so different sometimes? But like you're also, yeah, sometimes you may feel like, you don't like where you're at, or like you don't like your environment. But like, look, we have the Ace of Pentacles. It's true that you may feel this, but the Ace of Pentacles, it's a promise of like, you're seeding. It even looks like it has roots. Exactly, I mentioned roots, and this is roots coming out. It looks like you're also seeding. The new frequency you're opening up now is this throat chakra, right? So the more you're expressing yourself, the more you're also planting seeds, is what I'm getting here. Seeds of new friendships, seeds of new, soul tribe coming in that feels like you, or like a new community here, okay? That you're also helping each other. There's helping hands here for you, is another thing that I'm getting. Just by you being yourself, just by you being sitting on your throne. I love that you're sitting on your throne here, Queen of Pentacles. I love that. Yeah, just so unbothered. You've always been unbothered. Like, but there is a pain in your heart of like isolation, of again, homesick, or of feeling like, I don't belong here, and I think everyone is noticing, and maybe they're separating themselves from me because I'm too different. But I kind of feel like because you are too different, because you also embrace your difference now, you're in a space, you're in this new frequency of embracing that difference, and also planting seeds for a vibratory match to who your soul is and the experiences that you want to experience here, the experiences that you're deserving of having here. Okay, let me get one more card, please. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Without trying too hard, too. Like, I just keep getting, the more you're focusing on your evolution, your different phases, okay, the different phases, the different, yeah, moon cycles here. You might also work with the moon, okay? You might also want to work with the moon, my group number threes. You might also want to work with the moon because you're very intuitive, obviously. You're very, very, very intuitive. But I feel like your magic grows even stronger as the moon phases goes, okay? We have the waning phase, we have the waxing phase, we have the full moon, we have the new moon. So I think those are also important times for you to maybe plant your seeds and also like water yourself. What if maybe the waning moon, or when, you know, the moon is getting a little bit darker, is when you're feeling feelings of like isolation, or feeling like, I kind of don't like this, or like you know, there's just something that you're not paying attention to here sometimes, okay? Or like something takes your attention away, like your reality, your situation really like takes, it grabs onto your consciousness to where you, that's the only thing you're focusing on, okay? So I'm getting here that, you know, if you want something different, start planting seeds and start using the moon cycles as well, is another thing I'm getting. I don't know why, but yes. Or maybe you're already doing that and that's working for you. That's why maybe you're expressing yourself even more, because you're trusting your instincts, you're trusting, you know, the reflections that you're getting inside yourself. You're trusting your own pace. You're trusting your own pace, and you're also trusting your own phases. Here's what I'm getting, okay, with this Queen of Pentacles. And when you pour into things, you pour into them wholeheartedly, I feel like, okay? So that's how your soul has been liberated. Is, I don't know, there's this community, sense of community that's coming in for you. They're also seeking your expertise, is what I'm getting. You're very good at something with this Eight of Pentacles. Oh, maybe you're very good at manifesting with the moon. I don't know. Maybe you're very good at manifesting with the moon and also saying the right things, or I don't know. I don't know, okay? But definitely, I feel like your skills are, like, you're building or seeding something that is making you, you're a master manifester. Okay, let me just say that. I don't know. I just also feel like you're a master manifester. And the way that you manifest is literally by expressing yourself, by being yourself, by being very authentic with what you want. And if you're even feeling this, be like, yes, I'm feeling like this way, but you know what? I'm going to plant seeds and I'm going to stand in my authenticity to allow for people who need my expertise, my wisdom, my knowledge, everything that I have to come in so I can share it with them. There's this shared sense of community here that I'm getting too. But you're also someone, like, they respect you. I don't know, this community respects you. They respect your talent, they respect your skills. Like, they'll point you out, like, oh, you know, you want to manifest with the moon, or you want to learn about nature, go meet group number 3, because they're very connected to nature, they're very connected to their instincts, they're very connected to something here, because that's what shows within the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, like, everything grows around her, okay, because she's very in tune again with herself. So things around her grow. She sits on a throne of, you know, like, look, even yeah, like, there's this growth all around her, but there's this emotional emptiness that she feels sometimes, because she finds herself so alone within all these beautiful things that she's built, okay? But I feel like, again, with the Ace of Pentacles, you're moving into a phase that, as you're expressing, even honestly, I'm also getting that once you're expressing this loneliness that you feel, or like how different that you are, you will find more people who find your wisdom, who find something about you, like, wow, okay, I want to be like my group number 3s, or like, I want to be as vulnerable. Okay, that's another thing I'm getting. I want to be as vulnerable. I want to be as attuned to my emotions as group number 3. Okay, that's another thing I'm getting here. Because you don't hide who you are at all. Like, you know that you're different, you know that that's what, you know that, I don't know, with this starborn, you know that you're an anomaly, and that's what makes you so important in this realm, is what I'm getting. And you're like, no, I'm not changing myself for anyone. No, I don't have to do that. I'm just going to keep doing me. I'm going to express my pains, my like, the things that, you know, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be authentic, and my tribe is going to find me. That's just what I keep getting here. And I love this energy so much. Like I said, it's just so light. It's just so like, listen, we've come here to like have fun. And I'm also seeing you're very connected to the earth as well. Duh, mushrooms. Okay. You're very, very connected to the energy of the earth, to the energy of Gaia. Okay. Very connected to the energy of Gaia, because I keep seeing all these pentacles, the pentagram. Okay, stay. I keep seeing the pentagrams. There's one pentagram here, another one here, and another one here. So very, very earthy energy, which means it's a builder, it's an initiator. So you're meant to be how you are, okay? You are meant to be how you are, because I think you're bringing a new way, or like a new way of seeing something, or you're showing your community around you a new way of being authentic, of like embracing their authenticity through you expressing yourself truly, expressing who you truly are, or who you think you are. All right, that's what I'm getting for you. Very, like, I'm just getting, I don't know. I'm just really getting that you're not fighting your difference anymore, and you're also not trying to fit in so much, because you see this realm as it is now. You're like, wow, if there was a time for me to be different, it is now. It is now, because everything is almost getting too murky. Everyone has become the same, and when things stay the same for too long, are we really evolving? When things are the same, when everything looks the same, is there really any evolution? The moon never even stays the same. There's phases of like, okay, and there's also a cycle. So you're very attuned also with the cycles of evolution is another thing I'm getting here. Okay, you're very attuned with the cycles of evolution, and I think you're just a watcher. You're an observer. Okay. And yes, you get bored sometimes, because you're just like, oh my God, can we just like, I don't know. You just get bored. But expect a lot of fun as you're expressing yourself, because you're going to keep finding like-minded people is what I'm getting here, especially with this Eight of Pentacles. You've done something so well over and over and over again, to where you've mastered a skill that is going to be drawing people who need that skill. Maybe it's the skill of being yourself, being a soul, being a star seed on this earth, in this realm. Without feeling like you need to fit in, without feeling like you need to succumb to pressures, external pressures, or without feeling like you need to chase something external of yourself. Okay. All right. That's all I'm getting for you. We're going to move forward. Let's see here what let's see. Yeah, there's something about work too. Maybe your work can do with like public speaking. Okay, maybe you're planting seeds with public speaking here too. Again, I just really feel like you're expressing something that made you feel so sad, but it is bringing you the right audience. It is bringing you the right people who understand that sense of isolation, or that sense of aloneness that you have been feeling, that you've also mastered. Okay, you're like, yeah, I feel this, but you know what? What can you do? It's fine. That's what I'm getting here. But like you're very at peace and at ease with yourself. Okay, it's like you can hold space for all of these emotions, all of these phases is what I'm getting here. You hold space for them without wanting to limit one or the other, or without wanting to be in one or the other. You're like, no, we evolve, we open up, we close up sometimes, and it's fine, it's okay, there's nothing wrong with it. You're definitely here to teach something too. I feel like you're here to teach something with this Eight of Pentacles, because I keep focusing on this book and all these things in front of this girl. Okay, let's go ahead and tap into this. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Exactly. Be fearless and stand strong. Message from your angels and ancestor. Be fearless and stand strong. See, there's a lot of tribal type of energy. I'm even seeing ferns here too. Another feather just came out. Yeah. You're like, no, things doesn't have to be the same. Like, you like a little bit of patterns, a little bit of difference, a little bit of flair, So yeah, you're a spiritual warrior is what I'm getting here. A spiritual warrior. You go to war for, things that are authentic to you, things that make you feel like yourself. And I think you remember a lot. You remember I think you remember some of your past lives. You remember your past life. That's why you're so authentic or true to yourself, because you brought something into this realm that was like not of this realm at all. Okay. And it's gonna, like, you know, it's not easy to be different. It's not easy to stand out, because everyone's going to look at you like, oh, what's that over there? Like, oh, but you wear this with pride. Like, you're like, yep. You notice something's different, right? Exactly. That's the reaction I wanted. Maybe this is going to make you think of yourself as different too, or like express a different side of you, or even tap into your own sense of difference or individuality. Okay, it's a sense of individuality. It's a sense of individuality for sure. Definitely Aquarian energy with community, individuality, understanding who your soul is, trying things differently, doing things differently. Okay. Okay, I'm also hearing now the age of Aquarius. Okay, maybe you have something to do with the age of Aquarius, like the new, bringing in, like the way you express yourself, new energy. Okay, coming in. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Like, this warrior is just looking dead at me in the eye. I don't know. Be fearless and stand strong. But look, we also have this, the eagle. Exactly. Eagle is the king bird. Okay, eagle. Yeah, there's this, you know what I love about this energy? Just as this Queen of Pentacles, it's almost like she knows to trust in the unknown. This is something I don't even think I have to reiterate or tell you. Sky Father, trust in the unknown. Exactly. It's just like, okay, I already know, and I'm just waiting and watching until something finally reveals itself to me. So I'll take action with the warrior here. I'll stand strong. I'm standing in my own foundation. I am rooted. Yes. I am rooted in knowing. I am rooted in knowing is what I'm getting here. Yes, sometimes I may feel isolated. I may feel alone. I may feel like empty, emotionally empty sometimes, or emotionally void sometimes. But I trust in the unknown. I trust that my people will find me. Eagle. And you know what they say, it's lonely at the top, right? It's lonely at the top when you've reached the top. Like, because not everybody gets to rise to that sense, you know? Not everybody gets to rise to that sense, but there's so much blessings around you is what I'm getting here. Like, there's so much blessings around you. There's so much, you have so much nature friends too is another thing I'm getting, okay? You might even love going into the deep forest because it just makes you feel at home. It makes your senses feel at home. All right, so trust in the unknown is a message that wants to come out for you. Trust in the unknown. Take a leap of faith if you want to. Okay, be fearless and stand strong. If there's something like, okay, you Ace of Pentacles, if there's an idea that you want to build upon, that you want to seed, trust in the unknown. Go ahead and do that is what I'm getting. Trust in the unknown. Okay, let's check here from your magical spell card, especially with this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like she's an affirmation queen. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, I love her. I love her way too much. Like I said, with the Queen of Pentacles, everything she touches grows. Everything around her grows. It just works out. It just works out for the Queen of Pentacles, because even before she plants the seed, she already knows that it's going to work out. Okay. Yeah. We have prosperity. As this tree grows, see, that's your seed that you're planting. And as you're planting that seed, I feel like this is a spell you should say. As this tree grows so fine, so strong, so may I prosper from universal divine. Trust in the unknown. Sky Father. Something is going to prosper. Something that you're building is actually going to yield a lot of results for you. Okay. It doesn't have to be money, by the way. It's not like this prosperity does not have to be money at all. But this is about just knowing, like, no matter where I am, I'm good. I'm always provided for because God always provides for me. I know that for a fact. This is not necessarily about money. This is about just having that, like, sense of worthiness of the blessings that, you know, the divine can provide for you. And it can be very many blessings, different blessings, depending on what your perception is. As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from universal divine. Exactly. So your divine feminine energy, I feel like it's really starting to express itself a little bit more with grace and with compassion. Okay. We also have here divine guidance. See, you're so guided. Like, you are so guided. I love this for you. This is what you're opening up to. This is what you should be expecting. Prosperity and also divine guidance as you keep authentically expressing yourself. Okay. I feel like if you thought that it wasn't going to be accepted, or I don't even think you care if it's going to be accepted, but know that the more you do this, I think it's calling in something very fruitful for you. Okay. Divine guidance. Whispers from the beings who shine. These are your angels. Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their messages be clear and kind. You're very connected, my group number 3. You are, oh, look, 3 also came out here for you. Okay. 3 is manifestations. 3 is creation. 3. Yes, you may have been seeing 333 a lot too. That's even more of a confirmation for you. But again, divine guidance says, whispers from the beings who shine, let their messages be clear and kind. Whispers from the beings who shine, let their messages be clear and kind. Okay, so we're going to get the message from the Lady Isis is set from you. Let's see what she has to say, okay? Get a message from the Goddess Isis for you. Okay. I will put that down, but before we open that, I would love to get some affirmation cards for you. All right, perfect. Thank you. See? Yeah, you're very connected to the earth. It's a very grounded sense of energy. All right, so the first one that we see is, I unleash my wildness and choose to be free. Expressing yourself authentically. I unleash my wildness and choose to be free. And when we say wildness, we're not just talking about like, oh yeah, let's go wild and party hard and all that stuff. No, this is like trust in your instincts. Again, trust in your soul's instinct, your soul's urges. Okay, which is actually the next reading I'm going to be doing is your next soul urge, what your soul wants to pursue. Okay, so look out for that reading as well. I unleash my wildness and choose to be free, free of the chains that hold me back or makes me suppress myself. Okay, I am of harmony. I know I am of the earth and in harmony with nature. I am of the earth and in harmony with nature. I am of the earth and in harmony with nature. I love that one so much. With the ferns again. I love ferns anyway. So yeah. Okay. I focus on what is working. This one's come out a lot today. I focus on what is working and I allow stillness to heal and reveal. I allow stillness to heal and reveal. Let's go ahead and look at this. You got 2 and I'm just going to honor them. We have here magic and ritual. Exactly. Okay. Didn't I say you need to work with the phases of the moon? I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I see. Okay. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. All right. But look, literally I said you work with the phases of the moon, the new moon, the full moon, the waning moon, the waxing moon. Magic and ritual. Magic and ritual. Crafting sacred practices. Crafting sacred practices that work for you. Okay. Like I said, things that work for you is different. Okay. All right. We also have proper burial for freedom. Sacrifice to the Osiris, Lord of the Dead. I'm only going to read this one for you though, but I think this one also wanted to come out. Proper burial for freedom. I think that's talking about like, again, unleashing your wildness and choosing to be free. Like letting go of the things that doesn't make you feel like you're authentically yourself, or even the sense of isolation, like burying that feeling, because like this feeling is like pouring salt on the wound that you already know you have. Okay. This 4 of Cups energy. It's like pouring salt on the wound you have. So let's go ahead and read proper burial for freedom. Okay. Maybe I'll read them both for you. You're the last pile anyway. You get whatever you want. Like the last child. Like the last child. I mean, yeah, starborn. It's like the cosmic egg, the child. Like you get whatever you want. So I'm going to read both of them for you. It's okay. You're my last pile. All right. Magic and ritual. Let's look at that. Okay. Crafting sacred magic and ritual. Crafting sacred practice. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Magic and ritual can support your divine path now in the physical world, and you are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom, and apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. I love that. Okay. And the prayer for that is, I am, I am, I am. I am the light. I am the love sublime. I am the peace beyond space and time. I am, I am, I am. Do you see how simple and straightforward to that? Like I said, you already knew yourself to be I am. And what is I am? I am is the mantra of the root chakra, which just means I am. Before anything that comes, no matter what comes after, I am. That's just it. It's just like a knowing, a sense of knowing who you are. And being careful also what you attach your I amness to. Okay. All right. So proper burial. Okay. Proper burial for freedom. Sacrifice to the Osiris, Lord of the Dead. In order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us, which is better left to die, though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen. Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer serves you, that which no longer needs to be a part of your life, so that you may be free. Okay. And then the prayer for that is, Osiris, Master of love and peace, bring my soul the light of relief. Through unconditional love and a heart that is true, I release that which should be returned to you. I surrender all not of unconditional love to your peaceful heart, pure as the dove. I am free from that which no longer lives. New life and healing you now give. To that which is due burial proper and right. We are all free now to grow with the light. I am free to move on now, thanks to you, with unconditional love and compassion too. And point number 3, this is all that I'm seeing for you. I hope you've enjoyed your reading and that it provided to you clarity, comfort, confirmation. Please, if you enjoyed the reading, don't forget to hype it, like it, subscribe, whatever you want to do. All the good things to help me grow with our community too. Okay, so thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.